Our last presentation regarding the Automotive Systems Business strategy. And the presentation will be made by Chairman and CEO of Hitachi Automotive Systems, Kunihiko Onuma. Over to you. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Onuma from Hitachi Automotive Systems. At this moment, I would like to start my presentation regarding the Automotive Systems Business strategy. First, the overview. We are to evolve into a highly reliable global supplier in the environment and safety-related fields by making automobiles smarter through advanced electronics and electronic drive and control technologies. That is the concept. And next, I would like to cover the business structure, products, and services. On the right-hand side, which is highlighted in green, this has to do with the environment, powertrain, as well as electronic control business and engine components. We are to realize a sustainable society, and that is the objective of our technology development. In terms of products, we have hybrid systems and engine management systems that we offer to our clients. And top left, which is related to safety, drive control systems to stop, to turn the car, or to view. In terms of products, we have stereo cameras, electronically driven brakes, electric power steering technology. And the red part has to do with onboard information systems. We're trying to offer convenience. That's what we have in mind as we develop technologies. Clarion's car navigation system, cloud information network services are what we provide. And for industrial and after-market service business, we have drive control technology that we apply. And rolling stock dampers, as well as control tremor control technologies in buildings. And as part of service and others business, we have brake pads, for example. And the breakdown is as given. The overall revenue is 892.1 billion in fiscal year 2013. And what are the five strengths that we have as part of our management basis? There are five factors that we can draw from, that we can utilize for our growth strategy. We have a global footprint that we can utilize and leverage for our sales. And second strength is diversity in our product portfolio. We have very broad range of products. There are existing customers who have not used all of our products. So even if the customer is an existing one, we can always offer a new or different products to expand orders. And we also have technological strength because we are an electronic manufacturer. We can offer highly reliable technology in electronics products. In terms of quality, we have strength as well. We offer globally integrated production systems, differentiate our quality from others. We have a very stable global quality that has led to a confidence in Hitachi brand. And in terms of R&D strength, we have research institutes that are globally spread around the world. We are in a position to collaborate with the global network of Hitachi Research Laboratories. And by drawing upon these strengths, we would like to come up with and implement a stronger strategy. Next, how do we look at market trends and industry trends in the automotive system business? As you well know, by segment and by region or vehicle segment, we have shown the situation. On the left-hand side is by region. The production volume, which was 71 million in 2007, is set to exceed 100 million by 2020. And emerging markets will account for 60% of the total production, as opposed to 40% currently. And if we look at the ratio by vehicle segment, in line with growth in emerging markets, small cars will grow And so more resources will be channeled even more into small cars. And in terms of technology trends in the environmental area, there will be stricter fuel efficiency and emission regulation. So ultra fuel efficient technology and electric drive vehicles will be demanded more and more. In terms of safety, cars that do not crash will be required. Automatic driving, safe and efficient and comfortable driving is what needs to be offered, and that is what the car manufacturers are trying to develop. Next, about our growth strategy. First, I would like to describe our global position. This is a plot based on revenue in fiscal year 2012. This shows the global component supplier top 10 companies. On the horizontal axis, or rather on the vertical axis, the share of electronics products. On the horizontal axis, revenue or sales. As you can see from these plots, companies ABC have over 40% share of electronics products. And our ratio is 46%. That is the share of electronics products that we have. And of course, this will be an important base for our future business. Now, if you could look at the pie chart on the right, where are we focusing on in terms of introducing electronics? Environment, safety, and information. These are the fields or areas where we are focusing on electronics. And based on many years of accumulation of technology and quality, we would like to achieve a high level of confidence from our customers in environment and safety. And we would like to raise the ratio of electronics products to 60% by fiscal year 2020 and drive the growth potential. That will be our business growth strategy. So in view of our midterm plan in 2020, if we are to grow globally, we would like to have three strategies: customer strategy, regional strategy, and product strategy. And through these strategies, we would like to produce new products, new technologies, and become #1 manufacturing company to drive competitiveness. First, regarding customer strategy, the market growth is expected to be 12% between fiscal year 12 and 15. But our revenue is going to grow by 24% to reach 1 trillion, much higher than the market average expected. So toward the target of 1 trillion, we would like to make steady progress. And the overseas revenue ratio is to be raised above 60%. More specifically, global account manager and global account teams are put together. And so that we can have consistent approaches made by our sales teams to various clients around the world. So customers who have globalized operations can be approached by these managers and teams in their sales activities. And car manufacturers' requirements are to modularize their products and to systematize products. We need to provide modular strategy and offer new technologies through demo cars. We want the customers to see our demo cars so that they will understand the strength of our products. And here, as a specific example, we are including Ford's example. Between 2008 to 2012, we have increased our sales with Ford to twofold. We doubled our sales. Specifically, with a global footprint, we can be close to our customer. We produce locally and allow the customers to consume our products locally, as is on the left-hand side. On top of the commodity-type products, we offer something different. High value-added, very advanced technology-based products are also growing, as are shown on the right-hand side. So by adding new products on top of the commodity products, we are growing quite rapidly with these clients. Next, regional strategy. We are trying to grow our global footprint based on the principle of local production, local consumption. We have 4 key regions that we established a couple of years ago that will be strengthened: Suzhou, Asia, China, and the Americas. These production sites have been strengthened. Now, the sales for each region are as shown. We are growing our business quite successfully, as you can see, from 2010 to 13 and 15. And this shows our growth in Americas. We increased production in Mexico first and foremost. It is to supply to Mexico and South America. And for that to happen, we need to capture synergies within Americas. And we are increasing internal production, vertical integration of production, in particular from materials to systems. Consistently, we cover it all and be responsible for the entire system and product. And that is highly appreciated by our customers. And the number of orders has grown threefold as a result. In China, sales, procurement, and local development functions are strengthened, specifically by 2015, 1.5 times in sales. And we have 90 designers. It is to be grown to 210 designers. Top-level engineering and development capabilities shall be fostered as part of our overall effort to boost your business. Next, product strategy. We would like to contribute to customers by offering something attractive. In terms of manufacturing, commodity type of core products have been offered, but they are going to be sophisticated, refined, turned into electronics as next-generation products. So electric control and electric drive products, we are to aim at achieving 500 billion yen by 2015, 40% growth. And engine innovation in drive stabilization, safety support systems, and drive stabilization systems. These are the innovations that we would like to achieve, both environment and drive stabilization areas. More specifically, in terms of engine innovation, airflow sensor, where we have a top share in the market, and a variable Volvo system, which achieves both fuel efficiency and clean exhaust performance through best-in-class high power output and quick response. It's called VEL. And in terms of inverters, we have double-sided cooling modules installed. And these inverters, we have world-leading high power output density and electrically driven intelligent brakes, the world's first product to achieve highly energy efficient regenerative braking through electric brake boosters. And in terms of innovation in safety control, we have semi-active suspension, which is world-class in terms of variability, and stereo camera for driving support. And we have what we call surround eye system, which offers top-down view of the vehicle to assist the driver with the parking. And so with advanced IT and other technology, we would like to offer these innovations. And smart ADAS, achieve automatic driving through smart ADAS and Hitachi IT synergy. This is where we would like to exert advantage, offering very smooth and sophisticated driving by utilizing IT and smart ADAS. By combining data sensor and infrastructure technology, we would like to offer very sophisticated automatic driving. Next, global R&D capabilities. We have technical centers in Europe, US, and Asia. We have a worldwide network of R&D capabilities. And we have collaboration with the academia and the government as well to drive innovation. We are trying to strengthen R&D capabilities further. From 2013 to fiscal year 2015, the R&D expenditure is to be raised by 35%. And materials, system assembly, combustion analysis, and vehicle driving performance evaluation technologies, vertical simulation simulators. These are what we have. And through continuous innovation, we want to execute growth strategy. To support investment, we need to re-engineer cost and organization. And in quality and production and procurement, we're trying to restructure our costs. And in terms of business reform, we align battery business, bolstering after-sales business, expanding industrial business. These are what we are doing. Next, cash flow management. In terms of cash flow from operating activities, we are trying to raise fund efficiency and expand business in China and Southeast Asia. And TSCM, Total Supply Chain Management, is reinforced. And by providing service business even more, we will make further improvements. In terms of investment efficiency, CapEx-related global production line reforms are underway. We are to become #1 manufacturer with the #1 manufacturing capability. And we would like to expand global standard-based automated production lines. So these are cost-efficient by more than 30% compared to conventional production lines. And this is something that we would like to deploy globally. That's part of a cost reduction effort. And in Japan, US, and China, we are internalizing production facilities through Global Industrial Equipment Team. That's another initiative of ours to improve production efficiency. Last but not least, I would like to mention our business targets. Revenue in fiscal year 2013, because of successful overseas automotive business and here in Japan, there was last-minute demand right before the consumption tax hike. We achieved 892.1 billion. Overseas revenue ratio was 53%, which was higher than the year before. Fiscal year 2014 onward, we are expecting a solid automotive business overseas. On top of that, we will increase cross-sell and respond to global requirements. Based on that, we are expecting both profit and revenue to grow. Our business targets have not changed for fiscal year 2015, 1 trillion yen in revenue, operating income ratio of 7%, and overseas revenue ratio of 60%. These are the targets for fiscal year 2015, which remain unchanged. FY2015 targets are as follows: a revenue 1 trillion yen, operating income of 7%. And compared to fiscal year 2012, gross margin will be improved by 1 point, and SG&A expense ratio of 1 point. These are the improvements necessary. Hitachi Automotive System, as I explained thus far, by implementing global strategy, we will become a company which is highly reliable by making automobiles smarter through advanced electronics and electronic drive and control technologies. Thank you for your kind attention. Let's move on to questions and answers.
President and Chief Operating Officer, Hitachi Automotive Systems, Mr. Hiroshi Sato, and Senior Vice President, Board Director, General Manager, Finance and Accounting Division, Kazumichi Fujimura, will also respond to your questions. Any questions, please? So the back row, towards the center. Question. I have 2 questions on numbers. First, this fiscal year's earnings target. This is my image, but in usual years, you say tens billions of yen of profit increase and then revise. This is operating income I'm talking about. But this time, from the beginning of the year, you are forecasting an operating income increase. What is your thinking behind this? If you could elaborate, please. So unlike usual years, you may not be as conservative, or product lineup or the customer structure, or if the situation will run its course, or so 60 billion, is this a minimum target for you or not? So that is the first question. Second, 70 billion yen. This automotive systems in Hitachi's business is against the medium-term management plan. This automotive is one of the favorable, strong businesses. And some of our businesses are revising the target upwards for 2015. So what is your thinking behind this? But automotive is not changing the forecast. So what is your thinking behind this? In 2014, 6.4% operating income margin. We became independent of July of 2009. We made a loss after the Lehman crisis and thought of how to restructure this business. Now, we thought that we had to be competitive in global world. We cannot just compete in Japan. Our competitors are Bosch and Continental and Delphi, these large global players. And therefore, we want to achieve 1 trillion or more, to be honest with you, but we want to be a company that can achieve 1 trillion yen revenue. And from the benchmark back then, 7% operating income margin had to be set out. Otherwise, we thought we cannot survive in the market as a company. And so without that, we could not spend the research and development, investment, and sufficient competitiveness. So this number was the number that we had all along from the beginning. It has not changed. Now, back then, how was this realizable? We wanted to do this, but the actions were important. We took various measures. And this 7% is now within sight. So this fiscal year, how well can we do this? The profitability of the new products with the customers, or shakeout or elimination of the unprofitable products, all these measures were taken. And in fiscal year 2014, 940 billion revenue and 6.4%, which is 60 billion yen. We are committed to this, and we think we can achieve this. By doing this, 7%, 1 trillion yen for 2015 will be achieved. So it's not any specific area, and it's not our commitment, but we have our minds together, and we're trying to do this in each region and products. And we have how much in which product, in which area. So unless something unexpected happens, we think we can achieve this target. Now, fiscal year 2015, 70 billion. What is our thinking behind the 70 billion yen? Looking at Bosch, we still have a long way to go. This 1 trillion yen still have a long way to go for that too. Now, global footprint, customers are now going into the world, and so if we get order with one product, we are asked to bring it to China If we have a 1 million unit order, 500,000 in China, and the remaining 200,000 Europe and 300,000 US, and Japan, how many units? So that's how it goes. And so they say local production, local consumption. So capex becomes big, but we have to endure. In order to be able to sustain that, we have to achieve 70 billion and 7%. We want to be stronger towards 2020, but by achieving this target, we want to move to the next step. Does this answer your question?
Any other questions? I see a hand in the middle. Please go ahead. Question. I have several questions. Most of them are simple questions. So one by one. Page 9. Electronics products. That's the term that you use. And page 15. Electronic control and electronics. Are these the same? Yes, these terms are interchangeable. Interchangeable, that's the answer. And advanced driver assistance system, ADAS, which is another question. So products related to ADAS, what is the size of your business performance, either in terms of sales or profit from ADAS? Answer. Yes, we do have the numbers, but we do not disclose them at the moment. Question. When will this translate into tangible performance? Answer. In terms of stereo camera, we have what we call eye surround technology. That's already tangible, as you know. Now, how to deploy these technologies to clients is the question. We are trying to deploy these to clients around the world, globally. Well, Sato-san, could you answer? Sato speaking. Well, we have not received specific programs from our customers, but at the earliest, fiscal year 16 or 17, I think these will become more tangible, but that's a mere forecast. Question. Thank you for the answer. You said that you're going to globally compete. I was thinking about how to categorize or classify Tier 1, Tier 2 companies. Those are the classifications or categories used in the automotive industry. And of course, that reflects the level of proposal-making capability. What is the proportion of Tier 1 business? What is the proportion of Tier 2 business? And are they going to grow in the future according to your outlook? Or do you think that something else, other factors are more important? Could you shed light on that? Answer. Most of our business has to do with Tier 1. We do direct business with car manufacturers for most of the time. Tier 2. In terms of Tier 2, for example, we supply a sensor, and that sensor is installed in the customer's car. We have a little bit of Tier 2 business. How much? Well, actually, we have not calculated accurately, but controller-related products, which we're good at, there are controllers installed in our own products, and there are controllers that are supplied to Tier 2 suppliers and then go on to automotive companies. We can't give you percentages, though. Question. So Tier 1, Tier 2, is that a key factor for your profitability? Is that the correct thinking? Well, answer, well, yes, I would say so. Automatic transmissions. when it comes to such products, it's the mechanical manufacturers, and they supply us transmissions. But then, of course, electric drive and control components have to be included in such transmissions, and those are what we supply. So electronics that control transmissions are supplied from Hitachi to Tier 1 manufacturers. So there's this categorization between Tier 1 and Tier 2. And what we offer are not necessarily parts and components. They're almost like independent products. So as you said, Tier 1 versus Tier 2, that's something that we need to watch. Thank you.
So the person in the front. Question. I have 3 questions. First, recently, European manufacturers, which you are partially in, because of the tighter regulation, have plug-in hybrid. They are trying to commercialize Golf GT, and Volkswagen are commercializing, and B. So what is your action on hybrid, plug-in hybrid? Where are you in plug-in hybrid? I know you cannot name customers' names, but what is the behind-the-scene movement right now? Prius in California, due to California regulation, it will be off the preferential treatment. So that is my first question. Second question is a little related. Lithium-ion battery has been loss-making, and there has not been a sign of improvement as an outsider. But there's Pathfinder, but it does not seem to turn to black soon. So what are you trying to do? Which direction are you trying to move this into? And third question is a little long-term. Eyesight and smart ADAS, you mentioned. Google and autonomous driving, automatic driving, in the ultimate autonomous AI, I think, is the ultimate form. But as a Hitachi group, maybe you can utilize AI resource in the long term. But do you have an intention there, or are you going to stop before that? It's a long-term story, but if you have any thinking right now, thank you. Answer. Starting with plug-in hybrid. The hybrid product is motor, inverter, and battery. These 3, and a total controller which controls that. Here we are taking measures, and therefore, regarding the requirements for plug-in hybrid, these will be on an individual basis, and we will meet the requirement as they come. So that is our plan. We are doing research and development. So it is not that something happens and we will rush and be surprised. Now, next is lithium-ion status. I'm sure this is causing some inconvenience and concerns to you. Now, in the electronic control under plug-in hybrid, it is lagging behind compared to before, 2-3 years before. Now, the China requirement is being stringent, and Europe, Euro 6C may be introduced. So we are offering samples now. It has not been decided on a full scale. Not many have been decided, but it is starting to be determined. So right now it's loss-making, but by the end of next fiscal year, end of fiscal year 15, we hope to make a turnaround and turn into black. That is the forecast we have, and to set the production volume and enhance the efficiency and promote this production. We have 1 more year, a year and a half. We want to develop this business in the next 1.5 years. But as you just correctly mentioned, plug-in hybrid and this shift to electric and electronic driven is a must. So battery, motor, inverter, these three have to be organically connected and organically controlled and achieve the highest efficient system to drive stably and long distance. So the control of these three will have to be organically connected, and that is the system development we are working on now. And third, third question? Yes, ADAS. Could you explain? This is Sato speaking. Google is one topic, but we cannot do it in the same way. As you just mentioned, as Hitachi Group, we have all the element of technology. So what will this future car be like? We are studying what the future car will be like and where we can play a role. So we are doing the examination, but in the end, we are not a car manufacturer. We are a system manufacturer. So we will see what we can do from that standpoint. Thank you. Question. Lithium-ion PHEV. You mentioned China, this shift to module. Chinese companies do not have high-skilled technology, so one package and offer in one package, is that a possibility? Answer. Yes, I think that is a possible model. Question. So in the next fiscal year, lithium-ion will be profitability. Will that be one of the driver? Answer. Well, maybe not Japan and Europe. And question. So customers' requirement is already visible? Answer. Yes, it's becoming stronger. Question. Cars are usually decided beforehand whether or not it will sell. So maybe not possible with the current existing model, but in the new models, you have a good visibility of this turnaround and the lithium-ion battery. Answer. Yes, I think we can secure a certain number. Thank you.
Time is up, so we would like to conclude Hitachi IR Day today. Thank you very much for bearing with us for so many hours. We appreciate your attendance. And please kindly fill out the questionnaire and hand it over to the Secretariat. We would like to utilize your feedback to our future programs. Thank you once again for your attendance.